A tour guide friend of mine once shared a theory that mostly arch bridges were built over the main channel of the Shantang River because the extra height afforded by the arch bell enabled larger vessels to pass underneath. Take for instance, freighters laden with tall stacks of cargoes, or in the case of present day, big tour boats. This urban planning decision furnished the waterway with additional navigability and benefited the Shantang Changmen area, which grew into one of the most influential commercial centers of ancient China, as I explained in the last 2 episodes. However, accessibility is both a gift and a curse. Not only were cargo carriers able to navigate the water, so did military vessels transporting soldiers. During the Taiping Rebellion circa 1860, this area bore the brunt of wartime damage and many businesses were destroyed. This and subsequent events laid the groundwork for a shift of dining and entertainment toward the eastern half of the city. Of course, that's not to say that nothing has survived here in the West. One institution that sprung up during that bygone era and still stands today is just across the century-old bridge behind me. I'm talking about the century-old Rongyang Lou. I ate at Rongyang Lou a few weeks ago when I came to the area to shoot some footages of a rare snowfall in Suzhou. It was a nippy day, but the place was still packed with both visitors and locals. As expected, the eatery is located on Shantang Street, but a bit of a walk from the touristy stretch. Nonetheless, some visitors take the time to come to the place because they know locals, especially old-timers, adore the place because it has retained some of the old school ways. Take for example these tags. There are no words on there because back in the days, most folks who worked in kitchens were illiterate. Thus, shops would use such wordless text in various shapes and colors to denote their dishes. Rongyang Lou could be the only eatery in Suzhou still utilizing these ancient tools. Last time around, I had Munro Mian braised pork noodles. Last time, I also had this, youtun tuanzi, literally deep-fried sticky rice balls. If you're a fan of fried foods, hit that like. This is the signature here at Rongyang Lou and touted by many as the best in Suzhou. And I'm inclined to agree, or kind of, because it does rank very high on my list. That's why it gets a repeat order. So sticky rice balls are eaten in various parts of China, but deep-fried sticky rice balls, rare. Meat-filled sticky rice balls, also rare. Deep-fried and meat-filled sticky rice balls, super rare. Let alone ones filled with sweet meat. And it's so rare that I bet many of my Chinese viewers would find this unfathomable or even unacceptable. Trust me, the deep frying turns this into a delicious high-fat and high-carb combo. The primitive pleasure will drown out any prejudice you might have harbored against it. And for my foreign viewers, perhaps consider this a cross between a corn dog and a croquette. You have the considerable layer of dough on the outside, much like the former, and then the spherical shape, similar to the latter, except magnified in size. And this mini wonton soup is rather delicious. For this small variety of wonton, often the enjoyment isn't in the filling, but rather the flavorful bone broth and the silky smooth wrappers. It's as if the meats are merely there to add a hint of pink, and for the wrappers are something wrapped. That's why I think many people order mini wonton soup as a kind of drink to wash down some of the soupless foods like raw fried buns or steamed ones. Unlike the stupendous spectacle Sanjianzi introduced in the last video, nothing fancy at this low-key eatery, just thrifty everyday foods. No wonder why seniors love the place, well, I guess the kids do too. When feasible, come see the real beautiful China. And if you come to Suzhou and wonder what locals eat on a daily basis, consider checking out Rongyang Lo. 再见。